Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Circuit 3 Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for a little fun in the sun once again at Las Vegas Motor Speedway this week. Second race in a row. The fantastic time that we're going to be having, it's going to be right here for 100 laps. BeefJerkyUnlimited.com is the platform. It's going to be a ton of fun. Appreciate you having your POV at Patsfan. Much love. Thank you to Penguin, aka the legend behind the scenes. He's going to be running race control. He's in my ear, so you hear me mute for longer than 10 seconds. That's why. Or if I say I'm having a hydrate break or something like that, those are things that I do. No, we're going to be good. It's going to be a good day. Thank you to all the drivers that are showing up and helping us put this on, keeping our Thursday night series and our Thursdays packed and booked, and that's what we're doing. Patsfan on YouTube is going to be giving your race information for today's race. The Beef Jerky Unlimited 100 is going to be here at Las Vegas, 1.52 miles in length. So we're going to run 150 miles, pretty much. That's what we're going to be doing. They're going to have 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel. No stages, no fast repairs. It is literally get out there and run it. If you wreck it, you're out. That's how we had this set. But track temperature at 94 degrees. It's a lot cooler on the track temperature this time than what it's been over the last couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks, iRacing has thrown our temperatures up to like the 120s on the track, and it's been insane. Air temperature 79 degrees, 18% humidity, cloudy skies, 18-mile-an-hour wind. That might play a factor. That's huge. That's a blustery wind. Excuse me. Starting grid, Levi McCarty is going to get your pole here today for the Beef Jerky Unlimited Classic here at Las Vegas. Brian Rayburn is going to be your outside pole sitter. Jacob Densey, Charlie Harkin to make up row number 2. Mark Retchen's going to have Alex Thompson to his outside. Scott Feltz, Ryan Wendt going to make up row number 4. Brad Dove out in the mix, joining the series over here. Thank you to Brad for being out there. Jeremy Gibbs is going to be outside of Brad Dove. Churchy is going to have Justin Coy to his outside. I have monitors moved all over the place. Bollinger is going to have Rocky Riga to his outside, and Nathan Biggert will have Chris Roberge. Corey Rowe back in the mix. We'll see what these drivers are going to do. We have 17 drivers today, so we appreciate you showing up and getting out there having fun. We've got a slew of drivers from 3,000 iRating down to the triple digits, and it's all right. This is what it's about. It's about getting out there and having fun and, doing what you do. Speaking of Beef Jerky Unlimited, how about those Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams? That's important here today. Corey Rowe's going to be one of the driver cams. He's out there giving himself, I got to get his camera all situated. There is the Patsfan driver. He is Michael Bollinger. He is ready to go. Alex Thompson got himself a new microphone. He's also sitting really high in his chair. We got to get him about camera placement. Levi McCarty out there as well, getting ready to rock and roll. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is always hot and heavy, and we love it. Thank you to all the drivers out there putting their mugs up on the screen and giving us an opportunity to showcase them as much as possible. Beef Jerky Unlimited is the best beef jerky in the world, and that I know it's my opinion, but I don't know if they have awards for beef jerky like Oscars, but. Tommy DeLago deserves some of the best. They've come up with a whole slew of different ideas. Beef jerky chips are out now, which are real thin, they crisp a little bit. These things are awesome, and I want you to check it out. Of course, I have a couple of different flavors that are my favorite, but I like spicy, so they get kind of all kinds of different flavors. They've got sweet, they've got tangy, they've got an A1 flavor. They've got real spicy. They've got mildly spicy. All kinds of different stuff. So go to BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Set yourself up with one of those $55 gift packs. Comes with a whole bunch of different beef jerky in it. I encourage you to do it. And when you put it in your order, make sure you tell them Signature sent you over here. And we love it. Levi McCarty, Brian Rayburn, ready to go? Out of pitter patter. Let's get at her. Green flag racing for 100 laps. We love you, Penguin. Good strike.
It's actually spectating too.
He's probably out there doing it. Penguin's live on chat. You hear the Penguin machine.
Hello.
Thank you, Striker. I appreciate you. Levi McCarty digs the second lane. We watched it yesterday, how the bottom lane is good early, but late in the run, that high lane became the dominant lane. We'll see if the B&H Racing team can knock themselves down to the bottom side and get themselves clear. As the 28 and the 88 trying to work together, there is Scott Feltz. You heard the driver interview last week and made a TikTok afterwards with B&H fam. They did a fantastic job with they call it, I think his real name's Jared, but Jacob Denson here gave a great and I think I reposted on our TikTok, folks. But it gave a great shout out to a local company, and I think it's a kayak up bar or something like that, which is cool because we live at the Lake of the Ozarks. That's awesome. That's what we see. Well, I guess he had never been there, at least not yet. So, it was funny. It cracked me up. Go check it out. Find our TikTok, and you'll be able to watch that. They tagged us in it as well. So, very cool opportunity. It was hilarious. Alex Thompson, Scott Phelps, both tied for the fastest lap of the race. 30.79 as they dig into the corner. Levi McCarty was high side. Rob Van Ness, give us a like. Thank you, sir. There are businesses that have us promote stuff that I've never visited, but I have tried their product. You gotta try the product. That's important. About 2x2 racing here, 5 laps in. Good little stint here. We do have 17 drivers in today's race. That is, I think the first race was 18, and now we're at 17. So, last week wasn't the greatest. Next week, now that's going to be different. Chicago Road Course coming up for us. It's first road course, the only road course we're running, and I've decided to change it up. So that's crazy. Harcum out front. Scott Phelps in second. Charlie Harcum just ran the fastest lap of the race, 30.78. As the 11 gets around, that's Scott Phelps in that second spot. All these drivers moving up some good spots already. And Levi McCarty just off the pace. We'll see if that long run's going to come into play. A reminder, these drivers are only going to run about, if they run green, they could stretch this to, I believe, that halfway mark for a one pit stop race. And fuel mileage has been our key here for what we've been trying to do. So that's one of those things. I give them 100% fuel and I limit the tires. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. How about Thompson to the inside? Alex Thompson dropping out of the bottom. He's running inside that top 5. He must have got a lot of practice in here for that number 16. And we gave him a new paint scheme. And not only does he have a new paint scheme, I think it looks pretty darn good. You just gotta not get sideways and have fun and be free. And the Destiny 16 down there on the bottom. How about that? Good looking paint scheme.
New paint job means hopefully he doesn't put any racing stripes down the side of that.
That's okay if he does. I told him, I said, you've been wearing that other paint scheme for a odd minute. Let's make you a new one, and let's let you get out there. New attitude. Got his name on the banner because I didn't put any of the drivers' names on the banner, so which I can. Which I probably should. I probably should just go through the field and say, all right, here's a banner for you, here's a banner for you, here's a banner for you, be kind of cool because I like my font, and I think that's what I'm stuck with. So Thompson doing a great job, and I wonder if he's trying to go to the lead. Doesn't realize maybe these guys are trying to save fuel. There's a possibility. I don't know. But he's driving. I like it a lot. Oh, I didn't change that logo. Oh no, we gotta change the logo. Even though Spicy's amazing, and he's literally the epitome of the driver that and a friend, and just awesome. You gotta change. You gotta change the. Because we have a different sponsor today. I forgot that's where we put it. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Way up here. Well, sometimes Windows likes to shove Windows or Windows don't like. Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right, how about them apples? Top 5 night for Charlie Harcum leading. The top 5 night for the guys who've been there. But how about Mark Retchin? Retchin out of Jefferson City. We love this guy. Basically a neighbor. Ryan Rayburn off a few spots here from the start of the race, but don't cut him out just yet. Nathan Biggert in the 01 putting the truck forward. A lot of drivers are going to be on tire saving mode early. Jeremy Gibbs side by side with the 98. There's the 5 of Robert Church running 11th here. The split right now from the back to the front, about 10 seconds. There's Bollinger, who's trying to get some practice in, get a little bit faster each and every race. Corey Rowe right behind him. That's one of the things that we gotta. We want to make sure that we're always trying to help drivers move forward. And regardless of how fast you are, if you can get out there and run a race and feel comfortable, just get used to tracks and get your wheel aligned and put it. Just log laps. That's the biggest thing. If you can log laps. That's a big benefit to any one of these drivers and to each of them. Bollinger back here at the number 12, driving his Patsfan racing machine. He is a big Pats fan. He likes this little racing suit, which we love. And you gotta enjoy yourselves. That's what this is about. It's not all gloom and doom, and you have to be that serious. Sometimes you can have fun and still call a race semi-professionally. Levi McCarty back here trying to get a little in the corner. He's got to focus on his face sometimes. You just see he's putting a little effort in here, and he might just be saving. We don't know, but Levi's pretty awesome. We've been able to be a part of Levi's life for a couple years now. And he's been able to be a part of ours, that too, whatever you want to call it. Go to the front or check on the drivers. It's going to be pretty calm, folks. I think this track is going to do exactly what you need it to do. 1, 2, 3. The B&H Racing team is Alex Thompson. Goes on to that 4 spot. Thompson having a great day. Love to see it. We'll talk about exciting. We'll make sure that everybody's good to go. As these things happen. And I think my boy, I'm gonna check on my boy. He's what in the world happened? Are you kidding me? Sorry. Yeah. Got a curse in my 16 inside the 11. Will gets a little free. Tied up the racetrack. Oh, baby. Be careful, Alex. Holy cow. Not going anywhere. I'll be right here, but I'm going to pause. Folks, I've been sick for a couple of days. I'm going to try to save this. 88 side by side, a battle for the lead. Heats up as Harcum tries to deliver on the outside. They may be teammates, but they're all trying to go for wins. Charlie still hasn't got one yet in this series. Jacob does have one. Speaking of things that we need to talk about, we got points. We're going to throw up on your screen real quick, so bear with the blank spot as they battle for the lead. Denson leads in points. It's a 19-point lead over Charlie Harcum. Chris Robert sits 20 points back here in the series. Mark Retchen, Justin Coy, 4th and 5th in points, and this includes any driver that has opted in for their provisional, the last place points for the race, and for the race that they miss, of course. Benson, Harcum, right now run 1-2. Right now they run a 1-2 in the series. So Scott Phelps top 10. Levi McCarty sits 8th. He does have a win in the series. Alex Thompson is right above him, but Levi did miss a race, so that's the reason why the points are where they're at. 88 look free on the inside. 28 runs the outside. Scott Phelps, Levi McCarty, 4th and 5th right now. How about it? Highline running for the 51 as he tries to track down the 11. There is Alex Thompson. Ran tough, ran hard. We'll see if he's going to be able to hold on to it. He's going to be in 6th. 74. Brian Rayburn sits 3.4 back. And we talk about fuel saving. Some of the drivers must have, because we're seeing the separation happen here. Bollinger is 26 seconds off the pace. He is down here on the bottom side. He's going to be the first driver that's going to be seeing this lap traffic for a little bit. Ryan Wendt will have Corey Rowe going to track him down. Brad Dove in the mix. Good to see the Dove Racing Machine. Dove Farms LLC will be the sponsor for our series on or for our race next week at Chicagoland, or not Chicagoland, at Chicago Street Course, which is what we're going to be running tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Looking for the chat. Of course you will. You do that from Discord? I love it. Yeah. Well, I have the bot. So our Discord, if you're in Discord, you can type to chat. Okay, that is something that is a real thing. My Restream bot is integrated into our Discord, so that way, if you're watching on stream and you got Discord on your phone, or you're doing something, whatever the case may be, you can use Discord to chat too. You're the first person to do it in a long time, so that's the reason why. I think it's a cool thing, and not a lot of people do that for their streams. Benson pulled away from Harcum here. Oh man, this will be a fast race. Blurp. I wonder if they were going to try to split this into thirds. Not a bad idea. If you get enough drivers to do it, it'll be... I got you muted. He's in here giving us great commentary, and I had him muted the entire time. That's awful. Talking about green flag pit stops here. Alex Thompson's going to lead 34 of 100. So the fuel mileage is so close that splitting the series in thirds is, or splitting the race into a third is kind of smart this time. Now, can you make it all the way? Yeah, but they're pitting well enough here that I think it'll work. So Thompson will get credit for a lap led, and that's an extra point. Brian Rayburn turned it on the gears now. 2242 I-rated driver trying to get around the 16. We'll try to make the pass to the outside. 16 down to the bottom, still clear. 474 should have the run on the back straightaway. Thompson ran hard. He really did. Billy Gaff, let's go. Hey, baby. That is the epitome and the reason why we are so successful, the Dilligaff. AKA Mrs. Signature, AKA the ballistic one, AKA. Wait, how many more gems did she find? Did she find a couple more? Watch that. It's a good little battle here. 16 backs the corner up, gets around, and delivering her defense here. She got them all, sweet. He did this Discovery Planet, Discovery Channel gym dig, which is super awesome, by the way. You get up to 10 or 11 different gems that you dig out of the dirt, and teaches them about what kind of rocks they are and what kind of sand and soil it is, which is really cool. And she enjoyed every bit of it. So this is good. All right, Bollinger getting ready to go a lap down, and we got a few drivers a lap down, but new tires trying to rule the roost. So we'll see if the 74 stays high here. The Alex Thompson dig to the outside. Brian Rayburn right there side by side with the 12. Let's see. And patience, yeah, that's the big thing. Being patient with it, because they get a little wooden hammer and a little wooden stick, and all I can hear is. Love it. So we had fun with it yesterday, and took a break, did the rest of it today, which was awesome. So I love that thing. We'll have to get more of those things. I think those are good educational tools. Thompson coming to pit road. Brian Rayburn out front. Roberts to second. This is where that pit strategy is going to come into play, and kind of where the drivers are going to be trying to figure out their big moves, the momentum. How about Scott Feltz here? There to the outside of the 12. Yeah, beef jerky. That smells good, isn't it, Brain? My darling had a lot of beef jerky. And I know she's going to say, folks, make sure that you hit the merch store. If you go to youtube.com, you can see that we have a shop there. Make sure you hit the merch store there. If not, there's a merch link in our Discord as well. Deer jerky sounds better. Beef jerky Unlimited has the best beef jerky. I make some good deer jerky, some venison jerky, but Beef Jerky Unlimited they make the best beef jerky. Sasquatch has nothing on them. It is num. This making me say weird things. McCarty, the inside of Scott Feltz, they go to work. They are, yeah, Beef Jerky Unlimited. They've got some great. I mean, it's the perfect snack food. It's got good protein. It's got the electrolytes, the carb, the salt intake that you need. It's good stuff. It really is. And it's not chips or all those extra nastiness that you can get stuck on snacking on. You know what I mean? So now I can say that you can't eat too much, and it should all be in moderation. However, it's good stuff. I mean, you can't. You have to do that yourself. Yeah. I don't even think there's a company out there that sells venison jerky that you're allowed to. I'm not sure if you are or not. But it's good. I mean, I'll send packs out there. Is it a little Doge? Brian Rayburn, 43 of 100, trying to make it a lap 50. That's what he needs to do. Roberts is going to be second. Robert Church third. Is way it goes. There's Mark Retchen coming back around. So we're seeing drivers try different things here when it comes to the pit strategy. So we'll see if anybody can sneak this one out. Rayburn does have the time to do it. How much time is he going to have? That's going to be the big key. Right now, he has a few drivers off the lead lap. Jacob Denson leads the pack that came to pit road the first time. His teammate right behind him, 88-28, 1-2. That first race, or it's the first or second race, 88 wanted to ruffle his teammate's feathers and turned him. Yeah, I remember that. It was actually kind of funny. He laughed.
These guys have to have a partner on this track. This is a draft track. So if you went in by yourself, you're going to run into trouble.
Scott Feltz is back here with Levi McCarty. That was something that I saw the the pit time here for Scott Phelps is a little bit later than Denson and Harkin. He lost a little bit of time. Felt good. About average, though. They're running about 15-second pit stops, 14 and a half for Denson and Harkin. But that translates to a second when you get up to speed. So a half-second lost on pit road will lose you time by the seconds on the racetrack if you can't get up to speed. So I appreciate the guys being out there. Brian Rayburn goes back to second. Robert's credit for a lap led, 46 of 100. Can Robert's take it all the way to 50 to 51? I mean, he has to complete lap 50. You cannot shortchange yourself on the fuel. And Denson, 21 seconds back, is able to get around Robert's and put himself back in the market. But here's the key. They're coming to the end of the cycle. Going to be able to run. That's a 30-lap cycle to be able to get back around and try to catch Robert's. They're going to try to make this thing exciting. I see that happen.
It seems that the field is paired off, in 2s and 3s and 4s. So this could be very interesting. Like I said, this is a draft track. They're trying to keep those speeds up. Maybe even trying to save some fuel. Maybe these guys will switch up in the pairs, where the lead truck will swap with the following truck and maybe play that fuel game. That's another possibility that might be happening here.
You know who you sound like? I just realized this. Hold on. I'm sending you a video.
Don't you do it.
I gotta go to YouTube. I watch a lot of Star Citizen content, folks. 40 comes to pit road. Robert's into pit road as well. Rayburn's gonna stay out. Hold on. Now I just realized, listening to you commentate.
Oh, don't you start too, Mrs. Signature.
She knows who I'm talking. She probably knows who I'm talking about.
I just have to bring out one of my other voices.
No. This is for your natural speaking.
Ryan Wendt coming out of the pits. He had a pretty good pit time at a 14.6. Not a whole lot of time on that pit lane altogether. So he's looking really good.
Drivers coming to pit road. They're going to end their cycle here. I got to find it, though. We'll see. That
was your top 4.
That was your 50 mark, but they didn't complete lap 50. They came out on lap 49. Some of them came on 47. So they're going to have to run an extra lap. Ryan Wendt coming off pit road now. Coming out of pit road. He came to pit road on lap 47. So did Chris Roberts. And they make it 53 laps. I know that you can make it 48 solid, 50 if you're saving, and you have to save a bunch. So Jacob Denson, Charlie Harkin, Scott Phelps, Levi McCarty all came in together on lap 32, 33, 36 for Mark Retchen. Thompson came on 38. Jeremy Gibbs came on 32. Justin Coy on 34. Riga Corey Rowe came on 35 and 34. Bollinger just hit pit road, and he went 51 laps. So that's impressive. So, I gotta find a YouTube video. She knows who I'm talking. Yeah, she knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, see, yeah. So we're gonna mute ourselves, and I'm gonna find a video. And hold on.
Star Citizen.
Here we go.
Yep, found it. It was easy. All right, here's I'm gonna put it in chat for you folks. It's Hawks Gaming on YouTube. You get a chance, go take a listen. And I know it's just certain tones that it sounds similar. It sounds very similar. So there's the YouTube channel. You can go look at it. I don't want to play it and get out there. So those kinds of things. Matt, thank you, sir. Much love.
I guess the question is it a good thing or a bad thing?
You sound good. He's got a good channel. You could do Star Citizen content and be his twin.
No.
It's Hawks Gaming. That's who it is. That's who it sounds like to me. So go check that out. And listen to Penguin commentate, and you'll hear it.
Well, I mean, he's a Hawk. I'm a Penguin. We're in the same family.
Especially when it comes down to like when he says collect the fake space cheddar. That's exactly that makes me think that like I don't know. There's just good tones there. He sound similar. I was like, I don't know why that came to mind right away, but it did.
51 making a move on the 11 on the inside, taking that position for third.
They've been going at it for a hot minute, though. Quarter second between both the drivers. Levi McCarty up in third. Retchin, top 5 night. Trying to see how our boy Alex Thompson's doing. He came a little bit later than a couple of the drivers. Maybe needs to get himself to that short pit moment. Maybe decide to come at about 65. That'll put him 35 laps to go. 65 is a good number for him. I mean, he's going to have to split. You're going to have to split it in thirds. I mean, there's no question about it. Thompson 11.6 off, but is catching Denson. Has a couple of laps to be able to do so. He's got some time, and he's running solid. Good night for him. He started 6th. If he finishes 6th, that's a good night for him. And he was able to lead laps and be aggressive. So that's cool. That's really cool. Good for him. That's what this is about. It's supposed to be fun, and you're supposed to learn something. Speaking of learning, let's go 2 of 3. I think Denson has the win. McCarty has a win. I have to look again. Signature Esports, truck series, season. Yeah, Jacob Denson has 2 wins. Levi McCarty has a win. So, the cycle was going to be early. When it came to get in here, Harcum clears the corner. Here comes, that's the 40 of Ryan Went behind him. Going to be 3 laps down. Keep it on 55. Bollinger in on 49. So Ryan short pits himself. Is going to be one of the first takers on that cycle. It's going to be 3 laps down here. It's going to have the tires and fuel. So they have plenty of tires. They have the fuel. But I did shortchange the tires. I think they have 3 on the wall. Because they have a late race caution, so they'll be able to make it. So they had that first set to the second set that they used that first pit stop. So they can take tires each time. That's wrong with it. Oh, the 40 slideways here. Get back up. Back up to speed. I said it slideways. Yeah. That's a little extra, that lap off. Now he has to go back to work, try to make that pass on the inside again. As Nathan Biggert right here behind the 98. Everybody tried something different. It's a good strat. This is a good strat. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wait, I really threw it to him this time. Not bad. Rayburn, Chris Roberts, Nathan Biggert all bringing up the tail end of this field. All giving him 49, 62 of 100. Corey rolling to 79. Rock Riga rolling. 40 finally able to get around the 28 here.
I know you can't hear it, but because I'm running race control, I can. Some of these drivers are talking about working together on pit strategy, and we're going to see how that plays out.
I mean, it's smart. 63 of 100. And they kind of have to, you know. That's part of the game. It's part of the nature here. Robert Church, put in Brad Dove as well. 100 lapper here makes all the difference. It's a little bit longer than what the officials would. So an official open would be 90 laps, 80 to 90 laps, depending on which mile and a half they're at. So if they run 45 in the fixed, then it'll be a 90 lap open, right? This puts in the effort. I mean, it's a lot of effort. Scott Phelps coming to pit lane. Jeremy Gibbs into pit lane. 5 trying to get the inside once again. Robert Church to the bottom. .28 is coming to pit lane. You can tell just by the braking. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Good. Oh. Levi making up some ground there on pit road. So 1, 2, 3 go into pit road. Mark Retchen. Now as Thompson should be able to get some time in here. They do not need to stay out too late. They could make up some time here getting into pit road if they came to pit road decently early. Scott Phelps leaving pit road right now. Be the first driver to do so. So Retchen out front is going to be your leader with a 2.4 second lead over Thompson. As Brian Rayburn sits in third, Roberge in fourth, Biggert in fifth. Here's the big key here. A lot of time between Roberge and this company. That's those are people that are going to have to work. They're going to be working together here. Nathan Biggert in that middle third lane. Ryan Went trying to go around, get another one of his laps back here. Pass any one of the leaders and be able to do so. He could pass these guys right here and be good on fuel. Be 2 laps down right now, but tell you what, there's a lot to be said here. 67 laps to go, and Brian Rayburn and this company right here are good to go on fuel. They just need to soak up some of the draft here, and hopefully not have to clutch in too much. Quay Road coming to pit road. You're going to beat Jerky Unlimited for being absolutely awesome. Thank you to each and every one of you for being wonderful as well. I'm curious. We're going to catch up with the drivers here in just a little bit. As Patsfan brings you on board, thank you to Nova TV as well for being an iRacing commentator out there. We love those folks. YouTube.com/Noma_TV. They've been our sponsor for quite a hot minute, and we thrown a couple of extra weeks on for him because he's another content creator that we love, and they do a pretty phenomenal job of calling races similar to what we do. So it's all on exciting, and I will be right back, and the Penguin is going to keep an eye on things. Sorry for the delay, folks. I had to take the dogs out. That was interesting. Jacob Benson out front. Charlie Harcum there as well. One of the drivers coming to pit road. Thompson, one of those drivers, coming to pit road late. And just catching up on what's going on here. Corey sitting in 16th here. Still rolling the corner, trying to figure some things out. A lot of drivers still trying to get their last-ditch efforts in. 14 laps to go here. Making a Beef Jerky Unlimited for not only the driver cams each week, but for everything that we do. How about Bollinger back here, tail end of the field, still working on his race line. 3 laps down, but putting in the effort. Like to see it, like to hear it. And then Alex Thompson, of course, he's going to be a lap down now. But he's put in a good race line all night, so there's nothing wrong with what he has had going on. He and Brian Rayburn sitting right around each other here. And Levi McCarty sits third as has these drivers ahead of him. Right now, there's the 40 of Ryan Wendt up and running with this front little pack here. Ryan Wendt trying to keep himself in that big front pack, and it's 2 laps down right now. But he is working with those drivers, trying to get more out of it. Right now, there goes Levi McCarty to the outside, trying to put a little bit of effort into it. Ooh, a little break into the corner. Gonna have to try to run it. So top 3 all within a blanket. 12 laps to go is where you have to push yourself. And 88 trying to get a bump draft from the from the 51 there as they go to work. 40 up on the high side. Tires pretty level throughout the field when it comes to who's got what race line. And we'll see if this draft is going to be that important. 40 to the back bumper of the 88. 51 drops in, trying to clear the 40. Not quite clear just yet. The 40 will be able to battle back on the outside. It pulls a lot of the air off of the truck. Right now, 4/10 of a second difference here as Jacob Benson leads. Charlie Harcum with 10 laps to go. Big special things happening on the racetrack. Thank you to, of course, all the drivers out there. Thank you to Beef Jerky Unlimited for being a part of what we do. Penguin, what do you think so far? It's been pretty pedestrian other than pit strategy.
It's been a very, very clean race. I'm very, very surprised that these drivers have kept it so clean through this whole race. All these trucks look pristine. We missed it there, but Chris Roberge passing Nathan Biggert for P5, so putting himself into top 5. I'm not sure if you've seen that or not, but he is also our biggest mover of the race, 11 spots up.
Biggert not far off. Scott Feltz is going to be in 4th. That's the driver that Roberge, with 9 laps to go, is trying to track down, about 2 seconds the gap. As Roberge, I spoke too soon. Oh man. Bollinger off the track. There's the 98 of Roberge. In iRacing cautions, Bollinger off the track. Roberge wanted to see here. Oh, Thompson looked like he got up into the wall. We'll have to take a look here one more time. No caution again. iRacing thrown cautions, folks. So Thompson with a big run to try to get to the corner. He's had a phenomenal race all race long. Went to the high side on the 98 here. And, just drifted down and got into the 98. Oh, 16 able to keep moving forward. Got a blown engine, but the 98 still sitting in 7th. That puts Nathan Biggert, your biggest move of the race. Robert Church in 6th. All that good stuff for Thompson. He was doing had such a great race going on there. And oh man, 7 to go. Levi McCarty trying to put up the B&H Racing crew. I missed that one. I missed Roberge's message.
He's not a happy camper. I just hope he's not upset with me because I told him I said I looked at it, and it's because nobody stopped that iRacing didn't throw a caution. It goes, well, more than one vehicle was involved.
And he's still rolling forward. Max, thank you. Raymond, thank you very much as well. Heroes out there, 5 laps to go. How did I have that set? Cautions and wave arounds and so if an incident occurs and there's no caution, then it is off the racing surface. The race will continue. The only exception will be if it contains 2 or more drivers at the wreck toward the inside and cannot continue to move without causing more issues. They were able to continue to move, so
right.
That technically is still
a green flagger.
A green flagger. So yeah, that's how I've had it set. So I'm sorry to Roberge, I really am, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him. It's unfortunate for Alex as well. The driver error and the driver mistake. Roberge sitting in 7th though. It's going to be, he moves up one more spot. So, Church coming to pit road, taking that final spot. Roberge moves up to 6th to be tied for the biggest move of the race with Nathan Biggert. So he's at least still continuing, and that's a good thing. So right now, Jacob Benson, half second. Harcum, 2 laps to go. There's Justin Coy to the bottom side, or to the high side here, as the 28 goes to the bottom side. And trying to get another win, trying to get the 3rd win of the series. Levi McCarty in that middle race lane, trying to get around the 88. They've had a good battle. And good on the drivers for making this a fuel strategy race from the get-go. It's awesome. White flag waves final lap here in Las Vegas. Green to green, only 1 incident for what we saw. Roberge having to come to pit road. Wonder if he was close on fuel. That's no bueno for Roberge. 25 down to the bottom, Brad Dove. Trying not to go a lap down. 28. Going to run off the corner. Brad Dove will be able to continue to have one more lap. Roberge is back in 12th. But Jacob Denson is around, will get the win here at Las Vegas. Harcum in 2nd. Levi McCarty will finish 3rd. Scott Feltz looks like he's going to hit 4th. And Nathan Biggert, the 01, is going to finish in 5th.
Roberge did play that fuel game as well. He, from what I saw before he just came in, he ran from lap 49 on. So
yeah, so he about lap short, and that's it. Without saving, that's a rough one for him. So, man, oh man! All right, Denson gets the victory, and that is as simple as that race gets. 100 laps, we're done under an hour.
And I am gonna sneak away so that you can do your post-race interviews with the top 3.
I'm going to the broadcast.
Oh, you're gonna sneak away. Okay, I didn't realize we were gonna do it that way, but okay.
Yeah.
Have a good night, chat. Thanks for having me along for the ride, and congratulations to our top 3. And thank you to Signature Esports for the broadcast on all of your favorite platforms and all the fun to be had.
Yeah, we'll see you a little while then.
Yep.
That's Penguin. He's a race controller and knocks it out of the park. Denson gets the victory here. What a good little race there. A little drama at the end, but those things happen. Again, apologies for anything that might have looked differently. Jacob Denson gets the race win here as we get ready to. What in the world is going on with the old? That's your race results. So Denson, Harcum, McCarty, Feltz, Biggert, your top 5. Retchen, Gibbs, Rayburn, Dove, and McCool, and Justin Cool, your top 10. Riga, Church, 11th to 12th. Roberge in 13th. Ryan Wentz finishes 14th. Corey Rowe, Bollinger, and Thompson. Thompson had a great race going on there as well. Hate to see it happen when it comes to anything like that. Anybody getting any issues or those things do happen. But you gotta. It's racing. It's hard to sometimes be like, all right, this is what we need to do. Laissez-faire. I mean, Why is the picture still showing up on the screen? Y'all still seeing this? It's okay. We'll use that one this time, I guess. So the sponsors off. That's funny. There you go. Yeah, we can do that. Jacob Denson. All right. Denson gets victory. Good time. Where's Denson? Well, I'm waiting for those guys. There he is. Let's talk to him. Another win here in the series. Knocks it out of the park. What a good race you guys had. Fuel strategy race. This one, kind of by design. 100 laps. You're gonna have to change your strategy up to have a good run and good fuel run. And knock it out of the park. B&H Racing team gets victory here. Tell me about it, man. Jacob, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You got me?
I got you now. There you go.
I got you, man. How you doing, man? Yeah, good race. Very good race. Like you said, fuel strategy. We knew we couldn't go halfway, so we kind of broke it up into thirds. And when I say we, I mean me and my teammates, obviously. We kind of worked together a little bit there. Probably better than normal. I think in the past few weeks, they've been accusing me of not, letting them in on some of my strategy. So I tried to be a little more kosher this week, I guess you could say, and we stayed on the same page. We all came in at the same time, and it really worked out. I think all of us got a top 10. Very good showing by the B&H team. Good race. Some of the lap traffic there at the end was a little sketchy. Kind of got me worried, but it ended up kind of helping me out at the same time. So
give it a little draft. Vegas has been running differently over the last basically since they've released the, they have the V7 tire model, but they have the V2 track model when it comes to dynamic wear for all for what iRacing has, and it's starting to show up. You're able to run different lines, and these 1.5 mile tracks are playing to the long run advantage now, it seems.
Oh yeah, I think because in practice it can be kind of deceiving because for the first 10 laps maybe you can run wide open and it feels very comfortable, but after about 10 laps or 11 laps, especially in 3 and 4, it starts getting tight, and if you're not careful, you'll burn those right sides up. And I think that's kind of what helped me is saving the tires a little bit. I was really pedaling it in the beginning of the runs, and it really paid off at the end of the run.
Well, it showed out, and had a good little battle between you, Charlie, and Levi there at the end. I know that we see you guys inside the top 3 quite often, but you guys have been putting on a great show, and you guys have been doing a phenomenal job. I mean, if you think about, this is kind of a thrown together league that we just wanted to fill up our Thursdays, and you guys show up and you get to go out there, have a 100 lap race, drive for an hour, and be competitive and somewhat have fun.
Oh yeah, and everybody's got respect for each other. I feel like everybody races each other clean, and it's fun to get in a league like that.
I think we're finally doing something right here. So, but Jacob, you got another victory here. 3 wins in the series. We're going to a road course next week though for the first time, the only time. Changing up Chicago street course. What do you think?
I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of road courses in general. I've never raced at Chicago, so I'm gonna have to do some practicing. I definitely am glad to get these 3 wins to get some points. I know going into this race in Daytona can kind of be a bit of a toss up. But I feel like I got a pretty comfortable spot right now. I'm really thinking about making a run for this championship. I'm looking forward to getting through Chicago, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it'll run fast. It's a very fast course from everything that I've tested with it. I wanted to make sure the trucks could run there, and the average lap times are going to be decent. It's going to look interesting too to see the trucks there because we didn't see the trucks there in NASCAR last year.
Yeah. I watched it. It was. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of road courses, so I'm not going to comment.
It's tight turns and a whole lot of walls. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's going to be the battle of demolition derby.
I think I think the walls are going to be the big thing. If I can keep it off a wall, I should be fine.
I think it'll be good. Jacob, 10-point lead coming into today's race. This will benefit you as well, and most laps led, of course. But give a shout outs, man. Get a victory again.
Yes, sir. Again, Little Miami Brewing, great place. Go check them out. Cincinnati, Ohio, B&H Racing, B&H IT, Phelps Media, a lot of great things over there. Want to give a shout out to Newport News Shipbuilding. That's where I work at. Great place to work. If you're in the area, they're hiring. They'll give you some bonus money, so come on over.
I like it. Jacob, you got to go visit that. They tagged me in the TikTok. You got to go visit. You got to go visit the bar.
I gotta get up. I gotta get up there. I've got to get up there. Yeah.
And tell me how it is. Send me some photos. I want to see what it's like.
I have drank their beer, so they've sent me some beer. It's very good. I can attest to that.
Hey, that's the important part. You gotta try the product. You gotta. That's
Absolutely.
We talk about Beef Jerky Unlimited. That's some of the best beef jerky in the world. And people ask me, they're like, "Have you had it?" Yes, I've had it. They sent me a whole. They sent me 10 1-pound packs of beef jerky of all like a whole bunch of different flavors. And to tell you what, you sit there and you get these products that people are like, "Hey, I want you to market my product. I want you to talk about this and talk about that." You got to try it. If you don't try it, then it's what it is. But to go visit,
you got.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got to test the product. I agree.
And go visit these establishments too, because they put their name on these trucks. They put their name on as a label for us to be able to market, and it's important because there are a lot of small businesses out there that help these, not just leagues, but help drivers out, help fund a little extra equipment, things of that sort, and it's cool. That's the hats off to it, because sim racing is I mean it's quote unquote a game. And for these companies to do it, my hat's off to them. So, but Jacob, we'll see you next week, man, and good luck in the rest of your races.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Signature Esports. You do a great job, man.
I appreciate you. That's Mr. Denson. He knocks it out of the park. We'll have to check on chat here a little bit. Charlie Harcum gets P2 finish here. Finish right behind this guy again. Tell me about it, Charlie.
Yeah, that's starting to be a trend I don't want to see. But you got to give props where due. So congrats to Jacob/Jared getting it done again. And a good run by Levi. I mean, the trucks here at Las Vegas, it's a little bit Daytona-ish. Like, you can get in the line and just kind of ride there for a while. And, man, I'm just a little bit upset with myself. I was waiting and waiting at that very last run to make a move. And, hindsight being 2020, you're like, I should have made it earlier. I didn't know. I wasn't keeping an eye on all that lap traffic coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got through all those folks, it was my opportunity had passed. So
yeah, he was able to pull away.
Shame on me.
Draft. That's all right. I mean, you're able to do that. You got some laps led here too.
Yep.
Jared was talking about the first 10 laps being kind of all out, and then having to work the track later on in the run.
Yeah, actually, the first run, I probably ran a little too hard for a little too long. That's the only reason I was leading some laps then. And then I realized, yeah, I've probably done this a little too long, and those guys got back around us. And so in that second run, I thought, well, I'll just ride here, and probably 10 laps was about right. And then if you just ease off just a little bit and start saving a little bit, especially if you just ride right in second. I mean, that's the other thing I'm a little upset about. I was in the perfect spot. Like, being in second here the whole time, nothing wrong with that. Because if anything, you're able to save a little bit. And I was interested to see if some of that fuel strategy a couple guys were doing was going to pay off somehow. I thought, man, are they going to stretch 50 laps out of this thing? But I mean, none of them made it, did they?
No, there was only one driver that was able to stretch the full 51 from that first stint, which is what you needed to do. You needed to run 51 laps to be able to make the end, and being able to push it without having to completely lift, because 48 laps is the max. That's what you can run full throttle, and your truck slows up enough to be able to make it 48 laps. It's basically an official race plus 3, if you think about it in that regard. But nobody was able to make it on fuel. So they had to, even Roberts was close, and then he and Thompson had a little tussle there that almost brought out a caution. But it wrecked.
It sounded like it.
They wrecked to the inside, and so the rule is that if there are 2 or more trucks involved, and basically they have to come back up into the racing surface. And if iRacing doesn't throw the caution, we throw the caution.
Right.
But Roberts was able to continue to move forward, and so was Thompson. Thompson made it to pit road, so we left it green. That's kind of it sucks at the same time, and it would have been cool to stack everybody back up again. But you know, the race, like hindsight 2020, we talk about that a lot in everything.
Yeah.
And that one would have been cool to stack everybody back up. Yeah, but I think the race played out the way it needed to, and I can't be mad at the decision of the RC. RC made the right choice there.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. Like, gosh, I mean, yeah, it would be one of those NASCAR moments. Like, come on, they threw the caution just to stack everybody up, and it would be exciting. But we were definitely like, no caution, no caution, no caution. Let's let this thing play out. So we were glad it worked out the way it did.
Yeah, and we've done it this way this entire time. So you know, we're 4 races in, and that's because we've had issues in before where we had 2 trucks involved. One continues to go, one spins off the side. And I think Robert would have. I mean, he had to come to pit road to get fuel anyway, so I don't think he would have made it on fuel. But I'll have that conversation with him. You know, those are things that I want to make sure that I do hit on with him. But you know, it sucks. It sucks to have a good truck and then, you know, find yourself in that situation. But it does happen. But you finished P2 today, and you get some good points coming in. Second points coming into today's race anyway. I know that you guys are gonna have like that inter team battle going on, and I told Jared that he needed to go visit that that bar because I laughed. I laughed a little inside.
He needs to paddle up his canoe, get in his kayak, and paddle up to Cincinnati.
Oh, I love it. And that's awesome. He needs and which is good. He said they did send him some product, and he was able to try that, which is awesome. That's the most important part about that is being able to support product you believe in and whatnot. But I told him to get up there and visit him. Send us a picture so we
right.
All right, Charlie, give your shout outs, man. You got P2 finished today.
Yeah, man, really appreciate it, Jason. Everything you're doing in Signature Esports, you put on a great show. So if you're not following what he's doing, make sure you do it and look all over social media. He's everywhere and doing some awesome stuff. So thank you, of course. And you know, B&H Racing, we had a strong showing, 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 7th. So Scott coming in 4th and Jeremy in 7th. So pretty strong there. It almost looks like we were practicing a little bit. Yeah, so got B&H IT services on the hood. Ever need some hosted cloud IT services? Look us up on the internet. We can hook you up. Small, medium, large business, whatever it is, we'll make IT easy for you. So yeah, thank you again, Jason. We're gonna get this thing in victory lane pretty soon, but some stiff competition out there, and I know Levi is going to be there all year. Scott, Jared, of course, and some of these other folks. So we're having a blast. Appreciate you having us.
That's awesome. We got street course next week, so that'll
I'm gonna go practice right now.
I was gonna say that's the battle of attrition there. So,
that's right.
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, take it easy.
That's Charlie Harcum. He knocks it out of the park. You let him finish second. Scooter. Love it, Levi. Tell me about your race, man.
Too much bacon and hams racing. God, those guys are good, man. Holy cow!
They and they're a hoot, and
I know
they put on some great streams. So we love them. We appreciate them, of course. But you, man, you had a P3 truck. I think this is a little lap traffic probably got in the way. They're fighting real hard trying to get to the natural line to be able to make the turns in the way you needed to, especially about 5 laps to go. We were seeing it was just hard to get that pass off so that way you can get a run on Charlie.
for sure. Yeah, I honestly didn't have anything left there at the end. I pushed really hard to get up behind Charlie and Denson. Just wanted to run with them there to make sure that we got by all those guys, because I didn't really know on the fuel and stuff there was going to be anybody that was trying to do it on one stop if they actually had a shot to do it. So once we cleared all those guys, I was in position just to run behind them, and I was like, well, maybe somebody will make a mistake here and lap traffic, and I'll get a chance. But those guys don't make mistakes. I mean, they're really good, and it's a lot of fun to race with them. And yeah, I didn't have it there at the end, but Las Vegas, fun track. Just bleeding a lot of time in 3 and 4. Like I couldn't get the truck where I wanted it in the long run. 1 and 2, I was really good, but um, I was just able to ride in third there, and sometimes that's a victory against competition like those two guys. Even um, yeah, I think it's Scott.
Yeah.
Scott. Yeah, I mean he was really quick there too. I couldn't jump. I was trying to make up some time on those guys in the pits, and I couldn't beat those two out. But
I
yeah,
mean,
great group of guys.
I was going to say you were able to close in some of the gap getting to pit road. It was just everybody was so level getting off of pit road that it was tough. I could see that being a thing.
I got to get better on my exit. They just beat me down on the exit of pit road. Like they just everything that I worked for getting in there, I just lost it all there. So props to those guys. Yeah, it was a fun race.
Scott
I
said,
got to get better though. Yeah,
Scott said, just put it on record. Let Scooter there. Just put on record. I'd let Charlie finish better than me.
Hey, you never know.
Charlie may not have been better than me, but Levi was. He was fast. I had to let him go at one point. So Scott's giving you some props out there too. That's awesome.
Well, we had that run there in the second stint where we were just kind of running back and forth, and I just got in line with them, and I was trying to close up the gap with them there, and it worked. It worked for a good part of the run, but yeah, it was a good time. I got to figure out, how to get on pit road a lap before these guys. Every time I'm like thinking about it, they're one step ahead of me. So
they make it. You're going around 3, going. They're going
Yep.
around 4. So I get it. Roberts, thank you for your like, sir. Again, apologies about that last portion of your race, man. We held on to it. What it is, it's supposed to be a fun league. We try to make it as fun, and I know that we're all about realism, and it had been cool to set that up to have that to have basically a green white checkered at the end. However, I know the rule is 2 involved, and if you come back, if it wrecks back up at the racetrack, and would have been damaged. If there would have been damaged trucks that slipped back up at the race line, and iRacing did not throw the caution, that's what we would have done. But you guys were able to continue to move forward. Even Alex was able to make it a pit road. So that's the rules that we put in play. I try not to be too. We did realistic before, and realistic before, was too stressful for the drivers, too stressful for the admins, too stressful for the RC. So we went with the fun aspect of it and go out and run. You know what I mean? So I do apologize.
yeah, and
Go ahead.
we were talking about like the lap traffic and stuff. I don't have a problem with those guys running how they did there. I mean, you got to figure out how to get around them, and if you got to move them a little bit, I mean that's the choice you make. So yeah, I mean that was an interesting part of it, and I honestly thought it would give me a chance, but it did not tonight. So
It's got to be. I mean, lap traffic is a part of racing, and it's your job as the driver that is a position ahead of them on the lead lap to navigate lap traffic. They don't have to move, according to iRacing.
Yep.
They have to run a predictable line, and it's your job to get around them. If they move up the race line to try to let you go by, and yet they still are just as fast enough to keep up with you, then that means that you need to figure out how to get to that outside of them. There's a lot of thought that goes into this simulator, and it's been cool to watch it, especially over the last 5 years, watching this thing develop the way it has, and in the last 2 years alone, the amount of technology that they've been able to improve with this has been killer. So. And there are some simulators out there trying to knock on the sim racing world and the sim racing door. So for iRacing to continue to do this, I think it's killer. So, but Levi, you got a P3 finish, man, and that Fairfield Auto truck is always looking good. Give your shout outs, brother.
Thank you. Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield Motorsports. Thank you to you, Jason, for putting on the league and giving us a place to run here. And I mean, these last couple of races running against some of these guys, like it's made me better, and I am kind of on like the verge here of like diving in and trying to push to 4K. I'm sitting at like 3,100 now, and I think that I can get up into the 4K range. So, being able to race against guys in that 3K range and learn a lot from them, and it makes it better when I go out and put myself through those dreaded host, they're not hosted sessions, but officials. Yeah, you can take stuff that you learn, become a better sim driver. So for that, I thank those guys, and I'll watch the whole broadcast back tonight and tomorrow, and I always enjoy doing that. So thank you very much.
It was my pleasure. Yeah, I had Penguin in chat with me for a little bit on the booth, and then of course my dog needed to go outside in the middle of my dang race after I went to try to get a throat lozenge because everybody and their mama is dealing with freaking cold or being sick or RSV. We had RSV go through the house. It's been awful, man.
Sounds like a mess,
dude. You don't want that stuff. It was rough. Levi, much love, man. We'll see you next week. Chicago Street Course. I know that. I know people.
Really?
Yeah, I know everybody's not looking forward to. There's a lot of people not looking forward to the road course stuff, but I wanted to have more short tracks, or just as many short tracks as I did 1.5 miles. I wanted one super speedway and one road course. And my normal go-to, of course, if anybody knows me, is Watkins Glen. But I went away from Watkins Glen because I've yet to call the Chicago Street Course. And so I was like, you know what, this would be my first opportunity to do so. I have the racetrack, like, let's actually call this race. So it'll be my first time at the Chicago Street Course calling it. We'll be able to do it under our label, and that way I can learn a thing or two about how that race is going to play out. And the trucks have never ran there in NASCAR. They ran there in officials a couple of times when the testing on the week 13 stuff, and then one other time, but they've never ran there in the actual official NASCAR series. It's going to be really cool to see how the setup plays out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I honestly forgot about that, so I'm excited. I'll have to actually put some practice in and have Fletcher sit and watch my in-car and give me some pointers on it. That guy, one of the best road racers. Oh my gosh, dude!
Isn't that what what's what Woody called him, right? Quickly Quig or whatever it was.
Yeah, back in the day. Yep.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, that just unbelievable at road. I love learning. I've been getting a little bit better at it, and yeah, I'll definitely practice up and try to do decent. We'll see.
It'll be a good time. All right, brother, I'm gonna let you go. It was a quick race, and it's the day early. That's crazy. Crazy how fast you guys make these things go.
It's fun.
All right, brother. Be good.
Thank you, sir.
That's Levi McCarty. Gets P3 finished today, and phenomenal job all week long, every week. Roberts, I love you, dude. You're amazing. You have a storyline to talk about. You don't own that track? Well, we'll have to get that track for you, man. We'll have to do something with that. You have a storyline to tell. What's your story?
So get this. With my team, W Motorsports, we had us a late night last night at LA Coliseum with my Cup team.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to pack up that car, send that home, while I had to rush down to Vegas for tonight. And as we speak, my team's loading up my short track car and my hauler so we can meet up with our transport hauler to go from speedway car to a short track car to get that down to Vegas. LA for my Vegas race, my LA race tomorrow night.
Be a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. As American Motorsports Association Track Racer Truck Series, it kicks off our preseason race at LA tomorrow night. It's going to be a rough one.
It'll be fine. LA's been actually running really well this week, so I've not ran it, but I've been spectating a lot of sessions. because it's coming up. There's iRacing's bringing it. There's going to be a lot of official, not just official races, but there's a lot of racing that's going to be happening with the leagues that are going to bring on the LA Coliseum, including the SLM series that we call. So NASCAR's back this week as well. What do you think about that, Mike?
I'm glad they're back. Been a long off season, but I'm glad they're back. As in 2 weeks from now, I'll be watching the Great American Race.
Oh, Daytona, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. I know the Clash coming up. They've got the Clash at the Coliseum. Duels of Daytona, I believe, are still coming up. There's a lot of racing that's getting ready to kick off for the NASCAR season. So, which only makes us that much more popular as well. So, because of NASCAR, Signature Esports is still. So I should be really thanking NASCAR a lot more. I thank iRacing every day for what they've been able to afford an opportunity for us over here to be able to have an esports program and an esports platform. But one of the things I don't get to do very often is, and what I should be doing is I should be thanking NASCAR for everything that they do. Because of them, our series have been able to stick out, and these leagues have been able to do more, and it's cool. So, Mike, it's really cool that you get to RP out there, brother. I love it. I'm glad that you're getting out there and you're finding yourself on the tracks. I know that you finished ahead of Alex today. Alex had an issue on the racing surface, but you learned a lot from these trucks.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot, as this will help me get better at this track, find out how to get my truck better. As I do come back here after I get back from Daytona, as I'll debut my point season here at Las Vegas for my mining league.
And then it'll help you drive around these guys that have these 3,000 and 4,000 I ratings as well. Curious to see how you progress, and we're going to keep an eye on you. That's for sure. I mean, actually, I already do still keep an eye on you with your telemetry and what you're doing there. So hopefully we can get you up there into that 3,000 I rated range with all these guys. But awesome time, man. Congratulations on another good race, and hopefully everybody's going to check out. I saw you post your video in chat too, or in Discord. So. Make sure you post that stuff in chat too, so that way people can go watch your video. So your link is in my description, but I want you can post a video out there, and I know you're right. What were you playing earlier? Hold on. Let me relook at it. I saw it a little bit ago. Dun, dun, dun. You were. I love my Discord, but I hate my Discord at the same time, because when I go to look for something, here it is, content creators. We pay a
The
little.
one I posted was for my POV tonight.
Did you? Nice. Awesome. That's awesome. Well, it has your Patsfan Battle Royale Fortnite thing on there, so I wanted to make sure that you weren't playing Fortnite. You know what I mean? All good things. All right, brother.
That's just my thumbnail.
I like it. I like it. All right, brother. I appreciate you. We'll let you have that, okay?
Okay, Jason.
All right. Go ahead.
I was also going to thank my teammates and my crew, even though we had a bad race, but for a quick turnaround from last night. Everyone at Lightning Wraps for their paints, my team, as we get ready to kick off our league tomorrow night.
Love it, man. Be good, okay?
Sounds good.
That's Patsfan.
As well as W Energy.
Patsfan right there. Getting that's Mike. He sponsors our race information, our starting grid. So. And I love him. I think he's an incredible kid. I really do. And he is really trying to find his way in iRacing and content creation. So, go follow him on YouTube. Go follow that channel. It is Patsfan. I actually, there's a link in the description. You can also look for it. We did a logo design for him to give him some clout there as well. He has a good potential as a young man to be able to go far, and we'd love it. Same with Alex Thompson. I love that kid. He's a kid. I say kid. He's just oldest. He's a few years older than my oldest son. So I'm old, guys. So not in the I'm in my 20s or 30s. I'm in my 40s. So gaming is gaming to a lot of people, but I like this as a whole different formula for me. And believe it or not, gaming's what brought Mrs. Sig and I together. So I can't thank this enough, and I can't thank the opportunities enough. I can't thank you folks enough because, and Penguin said it best earlier this morning. I was talking to him, and I might steal this from him, but he says that, the one thing that he thinks is chat for is their time, and all the people out there watching, and because you can't get that back. So I'm probably going to steal that. I always tell everybody, be good, be safe, be kind to one another, because that is how I truly feel about the world and how I feel about life. Everybody has every opportunity, if it's given to them, to be able to do something with it. And that's what I'm continually trying to do with what we're doing. I'm kind of scatterbrained all over the place with it. But if I can get organized enough, I think we'll be able to go a lot further than what we are. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm not trying to do that. I would love to be able to just give back to the community, to iRacing, to the gaming industry, to be able to be an impact in people's lives. And that's the most important thing to me with all this. Calling good races is the next important course, but without these drivers, without these leagues, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be back working 2 jobs instead of just, technically I still work 2 jobs. We have our business, and when the season gets back in, then we get back into the swing of things where I'm really busy during the day and calling races at night. But this is getting to it's getting to the point where this is almost becoming a full-time dedication as well. So I'm trying to find that happy medium, and it may come down to the point that I just need help, that I'm going to need a good solid staff and editing crew, and try to be as successful as we can with everybody based on that. So anyway, Dempsey gets the victory here today. Harcum in second, to B&H team finished 1-2. Levi finishes in third. Scott, fantastic job, top 5 for you. Again, Nathan Biggert, your biggest mover with a race of 10. Las Vegas, it was interesting. It was good. It was fun. Again, be good, be safe, be kind to one another. I will see you to the next one. And as Penguin would say, thank you for your time, because we know we can't get that back. And thank you for all the insights that you folks are doing out there. Much love. We'll see you to the next one. Peace. Again, wrong button. Love y'all.